pulley loose and 2 bolts on the alternator. And then I've got those few wires that are attached in. It's alright. I'm going to upgrade it from a 95 amp to 130 amp. This will be a worthwhile investment.
What happened?
The reality of our lives for the last 2 weeks. We've had everything from a grill explosion that browned the up under of the house.
I didn't think we were talking about that.
Well, you're not. You're the one that blew up on. Luckily I have your hair. And we had that. We've had weird finance issues. Within 2 days, both my cars were gone. So my car died. Transmission went completely out after giving me no issues at all ever, and it completely just died in the middle of the road without any warning. And then the next 2 days later, my truck died without warning. I drove it the day before, and the next day the alternator apparently had gone out and it died in the night. And then the next day we got an IRS notice saying they're looking at us again for old taxes 2 years ago, which is kind of the normal thing when anything else goes weird. We had to have something from them wanting to audit us, because anytime you work in a nonprofit, you're looked at a lot. So I've worked in too many nonprofits, and that's kind of just how it goes, you know.
And it's a nice, sunny, crisp 52 degrees.
Not really a good day to mechanic with your hands when they're cold, but you know, I got to get it done. I have to take care of work with 714. One of our clients got hacked last week on their phone system, and at the same time as all this is going on in my life, we had one office in Rockville go down power-wise on one day, and had an issue with the UPS and the firewalls coming back up. And then 2 days later at their Columbia office, same exact thing. As strange as that sounds, 2 unrelated buildings, 2 very different situations, all in 1 week. It's been a very intense week. So I'm finishing my week up with this, and you know, about $3 grand in costs on my birthday week. So awesome. So I'm doing a conversion in my truck because my alternator went out. It's a Ford F-150 97 model. A lot of the Fords in the 90s are a lot the same, and a lot of vehicles in general have the same kind of setup as far as an alternator goes. And generally speaking, you know, your alternator's going to be on the top side, and of course it's it's connected electrical system that keeps your battery charged and runs all your stuff in your vehicle. So I'm going to be taking out this original 1997 alternator, which is now almost, I guess, 19 years old, because this one was built in 96. So or this truck was, so it's 19 years old. It's original with the truck. Everything is original with the truck except for the battery in this one. And I'm going to be replacing it with a 130 amp, because starting in 98, which was the same setup, they had the 95 starting out and they went to the 130, which was a nice upgrade for folks using, you know, better music systems and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to hop in here. I've got to break loose a couple things. There's a tightener pulley down in there that's right in this area. That's an idler, but down in below here is a tightener that keeps tension on the belt right here. And then I'm going to actually be taking off the 2 bolts after that to break loose this alternator. And so it's going to take me a little bit of time, and probably won't talk a lot through the rest of this, but anyway, that's pretty much it. Right here. Look, I'm making a video.
Oh, look at that. Everyone say bye, Poppy.
Bye.
Bye, girls.
Hi, camera.
Seriously?
Can I see this side of the engine?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't touch it, though. 1, 2.
Whoa. They're so complicated.
They are complicated. You got that right, little one.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So hard to do. We have stuff to do.
Good. Go have fun doing it. Bye. Have fun. And now we should be able to pull this tight, loose. I should be able to loosen up now. Ouch. Ow. Goodness. There we go. Alright, now it's loose. So got that loose. Now I've got to deal with the alternator itself. I hope not to have to take everything off up here, but I may have to. It may just be the way it goes. Sometimes you gotta, that's stuff you don't want to do. Anything that I have to break loose, I know it's a challenge because you got to get it back just as tight as before. So anything extra I have to take off, I know that has to go back the same way, and that really stinks. I hate taking extra stuff off, but gotta do what we gotta do. now you can see I removed all of that assembly. I've gotten down to where I'm closer to the alternator. Alternator's right here, and there's two main bolts that are holding it down here. So once I pop those guys loose, I just have to maneuver it out of here, which I'm probably going to have to take off this hose. And then watch out for my spark plug wires. I might have to pop them out, and then, you know, from there I can actually maneuver everything. So now we've got the alternator free. I've got all the bolts loose. I pulled back this pipe and this, you know, assembly you saw that I had off before, but I pulled back this from the radiator, the tube there, and then I'm actually going to take this alternator, the old one, off, and I've got my new one here. So I've got to carefully remove the wires in the back. It's all released from the bracket, and then scoot it through this space I've got here and put the new one in there. So that's the next step. Here we go. Pull this guy back. And here's the final work. You can see everything's mounted back here. I've got everything back in its place. And down in here, look at that brand new alternator. Pretty. She's all mounted back in place. Tighter belt, everything's back the way it should be. And that is how it is done. And again, this alternator is much better than the one I had. I mean, I'm able to run all kinds of stuff. I could run an inverter and actually use my computer in this thing now, which is great for mobile office for me. And that is it, folks. F-150 is back in motion. Alright, with that said, I am all done here. Don't forget, folks, family second, Jesus first.